welcome to Studio 889. I'm Mo Wilks. Rhythmic reconnection with movement and joy is something that everyone should experience every day, to me. So today I have the pleasure of sitting down with a remarkable individual who's a renowned percussionist, bandleader, producer, visionary. And he's bringing musical joy and movement to CROMA Space, which is in Boston, literally on the other side of this common. So we're on one side of the common, y'all are literally on the other side of the common from our studios. So we cover one, CROMA does the other. And so we're going to find out about his remarkable journey as a stroke survivor and his strokes upon the drums and the event Thursday, September 11th, 7 p.m. And that's going to be over at CROMA Space. Welcome to Studio 889.
All right, happy to be here.
Charles Haynes of Charles Haynes and the Tabernacle, as they're bringing a night of Afrobeat, dance, and community healing to Boston. Welcome, man.
Pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
So, for those who don't know, Charles Haynes, I mean, you've been described, as I just mentioned, drummer, bandleader, producer, musical visionary. Can you share a little bit of your journey?
Yeah, originally born in East St. Louis, Illinois.
Okay.
Home of Miles Davis.
Yes.
Come on, Jackie join the curse. I can go through the names.
There's an actual name I'm going to connect you to, and I mean, you kind of already like let the cat out of the bag, but continue.
Okay. I was born and raised there, and church baby all day. I was discovered in high school by a guy named Ronald Carter, not the Ron Carter we know in bass, but the educator.
Oh wow, okay.
Ron Carter had an impact on a lot of us, a lot of kids in the jazz community today, and I actually wanted to be a saxophone player. So
how do you go from a wind instrument to a percussion instrument?
I played drums in church. My father was a drummer. So I was, mimicking my father. But, I had an auntie that played sax. And I was like, I want to do that. And junior high school, I played sax. And got in high school and playing sax. And he caught me playing the drums. And he walked over and was like, go put your horn up.
Oh, wow.
I'm thinking, I think I'm getting kicked out of the band.
Right.
I'm like, my mother and father gonna be
mad at you. Right.
And so he's like, no, you playing drums. He's like, that's it, buddy. Here, go learn this. Here's Art Blakey. Here's Roy Haynes. Here's blah, blah, blah.
So there you go. You just literally took the words out of my mouth. There is a drummer by the name of Haynes who resided here in Boston.
That's right.
And he just actually recently just got honored. So you've obviously heard of him.
Yeah, of course. Yes,
now,
yes.
How many people every day, or when you're first coming up, hey, you related to?
Everybody. even today, even now, like in relation to Roy, I'm like, I wish. Years ago, he walked into Wally's Cafe.
Big up the Wally's. Shout out to Lloyd and Paul and Frank. Yeah,
all the brothers. And they mentioned my name, Charles Haynes on the drums. He looked. I looked. I was like, we had a short conversation. And we, determined that, yes, I have no relation to him.
But your connection through the drum, through the talking, amazing
I was
drum.
like, I will call you my uncle, though.
Hey!
And he laughed and he said, yes, all right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's it, man. So I wish it was. But me being in high school, my jazz band director gave me these records to shed. And that started my journey.
So who was like the person that you instantly kind of like said, oh, wow. I mean, there was so many records that you had.
Yeah.
And how did you take that love and appreciation for what I would call like U.S. percussionists and then go seek out global connections?
So I think my global side didn't happen until I moved here to Boston, honestly. Before then, my father was like Funketeer. Funkadelic all day.
Big up. I'm a big funk head too.
My dad was like, if it ain't funky, Chuck.
Was it Jerome Braley, bro?
One
of the cats that was one of the many percussionists for Funkadelic, especially like on things like Knee Deep and on like a Flashlight and stuff like that.
Like Dennis Chambers, like my years it was Dennis Chambers, you know what I'm saying? So when I moved here, that's when I really discovered the broader side of percussion and music, you know what I'm saying? And from there, that was it. That was it for me, man.
So you were hooked. It's like, okay, there is drumming, but there's like drumming.
So much more. And also I learned that discovering having a career doing music is more than just, and I love it to death, it's more than just playing drums. You got to know how to program it.
Okay.
You got to really know how to tune some drums. Like, I get called for studio sessions left and right.
Yeah, because we were just talking before that we had this interview that you have your own studio,
the control room,
and so if you have like a choice of part of your brain? Do you like being in the studio more to kind of like, to do that kind of creation and curation, or do you like just being in the moment of like doing your own drumming live on stage?
So for me, honestly, it's just in the moment. It can be either in the studio or live. As long as I get to play and create anywhere.
Okay.
I mean, it was right outside these doors. There was a drum circle playing. I was like, record. So it's
that. I mean, I wish I heard it like outside of my office, and I'm thinking, oh, sometimes they have parades, and you're like, you played it back, and I'm like, oh, this sounds like some serious drumming that I would have really loved to.
It was Brazilian drummers out there playing. I was like, I'm gonna record this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's any in between the studio or live.
Now, so you speak of like the drummers kind of from Brazil. The thing that you're actually doing and connecting with. September 11th has like an Afrobeat drumming tip to it. I've heard of drummer Tony Allen, who is a huge Afrobeat artist, along with Fela Kuti. Did you discover? I'm assuming you discovered Tony Allen. What were your impressions of him?
I did. So two things in my life happened.
And maybe if you could share with the audience if there's a distinction between them.
There is. So I would say there's two things happened to me. So I was playing with an artist. Well, I discovered Fela when I first came here to Berkeley, and I was hooked, but I was still into Max Roach, and I'm still doing my jazz thing. Then I was playing with an artist named Michelle Ndegeocello.
I think we've heard of her.
Yeah,
I think we've heard of her.
Some probably heard of her.
Yeah.
And I was blessed with the opportunity. They was doing a tribute to Fela in Brooklyn, New York, and she was one of the guest artists. She's like, my drummer has to play also. I was like, okay. And the guest drummer for this was Tony Allen. So, had the opportunity to meet him that one time, and I was like, hey, you changed my life. And as watching him play, I was like, you're changing my life.
It's effortless. I got a chance to see him over at City Winery, and it was just, it looked effortless. But you hear all these like kind of like polyrhythms within a beat that's different from.
Yeah.
I'm always struck by like, and I think the story is somewhat true from what I heard. Like you talked about funk, Bootsy Collins, and I guess this was when James and Bootsy were together, and I guess they were over in Africa, and they almost had a chance to connect with Fela.
Yeah.
So like the Godfather of American Soul got an almost chance to get to connect with the Godfather of American Funk.
Yeah.
It didn't happen.
But if I'm correct, I think like Fela was like, I want to be the JB of Africa. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely was, and some.
And then some. And his son Femi and other son Shem that also carried that torch.
Yes, definitely carrying the torch.
But so, Tony Allen being that, amazing God drummer, and Fela influenced you. Yeah. And you had the great fortune of seeing him. So let's kind of like hone a little bit more back into the Boston area, and so about you and the Tabernacle. So that's a very spiritual, religious name.
Yeah. So,
and you mentioned kind of church roots. Did you name them? Or like, we're gonna be the Tabernacle.
So a good friend of mine, which is on the record also, great musician. His name is Shedrick Mitchell. We're church babies. So I'm like, man, what should I name the band? He was like, man, listen, you can't go wrong. It's some church. It's we're playing the essence of Afrobeat, of Fela, but then the roots of us is still church. You know what I'm saying? So I like, man, we're in the Tabernacle.
Huh.
And so, the one part of the meaning is when people are gathered in one room, it's the Tabernacle.
That's true.
So that's where it came from. Yeah, man.
And how many members of your ensemble are
So
there?
it varies. It goes from 7 to 8 members.
Okay.
Yeah. So
all local area or?
No, you know what? Only person that's local is the keyboard player. His name is Mitch Henry. Mm-hmm. Originally from Pensacola, Florida, but he went to Berkeley, and he's here now doing his thing, and he's my production partner at the same time. But everyone else, they're from all over the place. The organ player, Shedrick Mitchell, lives in Brooklyn, New York, but originally from St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah, he's like the musical director for everybody, right at this point. He's the musical director for Maxwell. He played with Aretha Franklin for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Whitney Houston
for
a long time. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on.
And you yourself have some connections to some serious musical chops. Maxwell, you mentioned Michelle Adegliocello, Queen Latifah. I mean, you could be anywhere doing a lot of this stuff, but you've kind of like made, New England, Boston, your kind of like your home base.
Yeah. I've been blessed and fortunate enough where I can kind of work anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I love New York, but sometimes it's just maybe a little bit too fast.
You want to dip your toe in it, but then step back and get a chance to relax.
Yeah.
But you're close enough that if you want to go there, you can.
I'm there like every other week working.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I go there, do my job, come back home, I'm in peace.
Wow.
That's it. So I make my home here. I have a family here, and my two beautiful girls, they're doing the thing, blah blah blah, all the things, and yeah, man, I'm relaxing.
Very cool.
I get to wake up, go to the studio, come home, peace.
Now, is the studio home?
The studio? No, it's in Brighton.
Oh, okay.
It's in Brighton, yeah.
It's close by.
Yeah, it's close by. It's in Brighton.
Chopping it up with Charles Haynes, renowned drummer, band leader, musical visionary. He's actually got a great program coming up. Charles Haynes and the Tabernacle.
Yeah.
It's going to be over at CROMA September 11th. We're just giving a nice introduction before it happens September 11th at 7 p.m. So, digging a little deeper, you're a stroke survivor.
Yes,
I mean, walking into studio, if I don't know, I'm guessing I'm probably like, superimposing what I think a stroke survivor is supposed to look like. Brother, you ain't it. I mean, you had this happened to you 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Please share if you can, or would like to testify how music has served to provide healing to you physically, mentally, and spiritually, because that's kind of what you are going to be sharing in September.
Yeah. So I'll never forget the day it happened. And I'm remembering the first doctor saying he might not walk again, he might not talk, all the things that that usually happens when you have a stroke. And then I was transferred over to Beth Israel, and they was kind of saying the same thing. They was prepping me to drill 3 holes in my head, and the neurologist walked in and said, "Hey, I have one idea." And they did that. I couldn't drink water for 48 hours, but they did that one idea, and it's the I always look at it as the will to live. You know what I'm saying? And watching friends, family, colleagues, everybody losing it, I said, what? Let me lock in. And so it happened September 11th. I had a stroke, and I want to say, I think it was the end of October. I was at a recovery. I was walking. It wasn't a strong walk, but I was walking and talking at this point.
Wow. So like an entire month and a half.
Yep.
You were just...
Yep. I remember having Thanksgiving dinner. I do remember. I remember, having Thanksgiving dinner, and we all had to said our prayers, and I was like, I'm thankful.
Do what you were thankful for.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, all right, do I really need to pray? Because we're going to be here all day. I'm telling you right now. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, I'm happy to and thankful to be here.
Right.
Pass the peas for real.
And so my thought was like them saying, now at this point, I'm walking and talking. And I'm walking like 4 or 5 miles a day. After this, and the nurse said I shouldn't be doing it, but we're hard-headed. I'm like, I'm at it, You told me that I can't, watch me. And so my production partner, I'll never forget this. I called him. I said, hey, man, it's time to go to the studio.
So you were really still in the moment of thinking, I got to get back to my drums at that point.
I got to practice. I got to shed. I need to make sure that I still got it. So I'll never forget this. My mother was super upset, you know what I'm saying? What do you mean you're going to the studio? Like, this is where it happened at. I'm like, hey, Mom, don't worry.
Oh, I did not know.
So I'm sitting in the studio. I'm working.
Oh, wow.
I'm mixing a record. And I want to say prior to that, I decided, like, I was a very strong coffee drinker. I decided, like, I'm going to stop drinking coffee. Because it was bad. I was drinking coffee just too much. And I thought it was a caffeine headache. And it was more than that. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say I was living an unruly lifestyle a little bit, and it just catches up with you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Not sleeping. I was, 2 weeks. I was up 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah, that was a wake up call. Yeah.
It was a wake up call. So I take it, I say a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
The curse is that it happened. The blessing is that it happened and I recovered. You know what I'm saying? And opened my eyes to. So yeah, man, I went to the studio and we set up and we played for 10 minutes. and he's screaming and hollering. I'm crying and screaming and hollering that we're playing. I'm playing. And he's like, what else you want to do? I was like, take me home. I'm tired. I'm done. I had no more strength. So it took me a while to
build it back up.
But I want to say either late November or early January, my first gig back was at Blue Note in New York.
Boy, you don't slow down, okay?
With the artist
Sir,
named
you don't slow down.
With the artist named Marcus Strickland. And actually, no, my first time back was a record date with Keon Harrell, trumpet player. So yeah, I was back in it, man.
You weren't nervous or anything like that? I mean, you probably you're like this one. You're
maybe
to get back to
like
it.
5 minutes of jitters are like, okay, they're gonna turn on this click track. You better have it,
right.
Charlie. But other than that, man,
wow.
like I was fully in, man. I was back. I was back in, and from that, I've took upon myself to like, hey, Charlie, you gotta eat right, you gotta work out, you gotta sleep. Like I couldn't sleep a little bit last night. I was like, I gotta be on point for this interview today. You know what I'm saying?
I hope I'm living up to your lack of sleep.
We in, man. No. So,
cool.
But I was in China just a few weeks back, so I'm still recovering jet lag from that. You know what I'm saying? That's 12-hour difference. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I that was my wake up call, and from that experience, man, some of my friends have said, man, you're like better, you're stronger, you're more mentally focused and all the things. So
do you feel that? Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I totally do, man.
Because probably each stroke and each note means something a lot different, a lot more than to you.
It means so much more to me, man. Also, on my friends and my colleagues and everybody around me, family, everything. Even this interview right here just means so much more to me now than in the past. Like, I'll get there when I get there. But now, I'm there. So for those that don't know, now you know. September 11th, obviously an infamous day in U.S. history, but it's definitely even more of a personal-centered day for you. Yeah. And this kind of leads me to: will attendees get something additional? I don't know what the way to ask the question is. Are you going to be able to, are you going to somehow emote through it musically and share that experience? Yeah, so, me and the band, we've been talking through a bunch, we already got the set list. We ready to have a good time. So people are they're going to be, what are they going to get a mixture of? So I'll say this. So Doors is at 7. It starts off with a dance lesson. So if I don't necessarily know how to dance the Afrobeat, you're going to teach me? So I'm not going to do it. You don't want to you don't see my 2 left feet. But it's you gotta have rhythm, man. Yeah, but it's it's a different kind of rhythm. The dance company Afrobeat Boston. Oh, shout out! They have dancers coming in and an instructor coming in, and we're gonna, they're gonna from 7 to about 8 o'clock. Everybody's gonna get a dance lesson. They're gonna learn how to, do what needs to be done, and then we continue from there. We jump right on at 8. So it's not necessarily a sit down kind of like viewing. No. This has got movement in it. It's a dance party. Thank you. So how I conduct myself now in life is a dance party. Meaning, I get up and move. I wake up, 6:30. Between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning, I'm up, geared up, ready to go to the gym. Wow. Doing my 3.5 miles a day every day. And then I gear myself up for. Okay, what I got to create today, what I need to turn in, blah, 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 all the things. What do I need to do drums for? Do I need to play a little keyboards for something? Whatever it is. And so I look at that as movement. You know what I'm saying? So this celebration or this, I can't call it a show. It's an experience. It's supposed to be, dance and healing and rebirth and all these things. So it's, I'll be kind of in the music. I'll be telling the story also. You know what I'm saying? So, we're doing a couple of Fela songs. Doing a couple of Fela songs. The Fela songs ain't short. No, we're playing. Fela's like that, like maybe a 9-minute intro, and then the vocals come in. And then we start the song. Then we start the song. Yeah. So it's a lot of that. It's not a lot, but it's enough of that. And then that's cool. From that though, I'll be kind of, I'm a vocal person, so on the stage, so I have a microphone, so I'll be emceeing and we partying, man. And I'll be telling my story through that. I love that.
to share your own healing journey. I mean, we're at a very unique kind of crossroads where, you know, art and movement and joy are, you know, very much needed in our everyday you know, communication. Not just with outside people, within ourselves. Can you speak to the need? Well, you kind of already kind of touched upon it, but you know, are you hoping to gain something healing wise from this for people going forward?
Yeah, so I'm hoping, you know, that the healing that I experience from physically and mentally, people in the room will also be able to experience that also.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like people go to concerts and shows to be healed.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't, you know.
That's true.
You walk in the show, you're like, oh, I'm confused. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying my time out with my partner or whatever it is. But you go home, you kind of feel the same way. So my mindset is that I've been able to experience this healing. So you know, through this music, I want everybody to experience what I experienced.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're sharing that. So when you're not, it seems like you always are, but when you're not in a studio, when you're not picking up some drums, are there artists that you would be like, I got to go see this person because they're going to heal me in some way?
So I recently, where did I go? Who did I just see? I just saw somebody. I can't remember who it is. But before that, I saw a band called CROMA.
And listen.
So last year.
Go ahead.
So last year, I was touring with a great artist, Maxwell.
That's okay.
And we was
tell them again. Say it again.
Yeah, I was out with Maxwell, and we was in Nashville. We had a day off, and the guitar player knew how much I loved CROMA. And so I'm expecting to rest. We're like, I'm off the tour bus. I'm about to rest. He's like, Charlie, we got to go out to dinner. I'm like, all right, man, what time you want to meet? He's like, I got to take you somewhere after dinner. Now, I did not know that CROMA was in town. So,
right? Okay.
So we walking, you know, we had dinner. Dinner was amazing. We're walking to this amphitheater in Nashville. There was no signs that said CROMA
on it. So
I didn't know.
You have no clue. Okay, you just figure.
Then I saw a T-shirt walk by. I'm like, and you know, I really don't fan out. You know what I'm saying? But just their approach musically, you know, I was just like, bro.
I've seen them at least twice. I've seen them at Newport, and I got a chance to also see them. They were here at Boston Calling. When I saw them at Newport, I've never seen 3 people on a stage.
Huge sound.
Have just an amazing large sound.
Huge sound.
Could flow language-wise and musically into any style, from dub, like reggae dub, to bluesy jazz, to funk, flawlessly. I was like, you're not hearing vocals, you're just hearing the rhythm and the root of it. I'm like, and these are some young people.
Yes.
And I'm like, even some, like, you know, Latin infused, because they you know that Texas kind of like, you know, West Coast thing. And I'm like,
hey, they're from Houston, Texas, man.
Right.
They're from Houston, Texas.
I don't know what's in the water in H-Town, but yo, they are definitely somebody I would fan.
I mean, some of my closest friends are from Houston, Texas. You know, we spoke a little bit earlier. Robert Glasper.
Yes.
Jason Moran, a good friend of mine, bass player, Burness, we call him Boom.
What do you think it is about the area?
Man, I don't know. The heat. Cause it's really I don't know.
It makes your boy, it makes you cook.
Yeah, we say the same thing about St. Louis. Everybody from East St. Louis and St. Louis. Like
the STL,
we drinking the muddy Mississippi water, you know what I'm saying?
And it inspires you, it influences you.
Yeah.
So your quote actually is, this night is about, speaking about September 11th, for your performance at CROMA, this night's about to be more than a night out. It's a coming together to celebrate life, community, and the transformative power of music.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, man. I mean, I really, you know, and the guys in the band are really excited. We're trying to give everyone an experience, you know what I'm saying? This is why I keep saying it's going to be a dance party. Because, you know, like, as much as I love to sit down at a show, I also love to move. And I guess that's just the roots of my father saying, hey, if it ain't funky, Chuck, we ain't moving. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's our approach. That's where we at. With
Now,
it.
do you like people calling you Chuck or Charles?
I don't care.
I mean, obviously, Chuck Brown, one of the,
Come on, man. Go legend, baby.
Now, did you ever get a chance to experience or play go-go?
Yes, of course. I mean, listen, Michelle being from DC,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You have to have a little bit of that up
In there?
in there, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a little of that swing, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting. That is definitely, I mean, because Michelle is so, calm, and her approaches is so powerful.
Oh, she's a butterfly.
Yes.
To the max, man. But, musically, she's a giant. You know what I'm saying? So she's able to speak
Mm-hmm.
such a large language of music. So, playing with her, I was able to express everything.
And feel that kind of go-go
Yeah,
vibe.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I mean, go-go, they say, is tied to, the African kind of,
It
percussion.
definitely is. It definitely is, man.
Okay.
It definitely is. It definitely is.
It's gonna take. So you're gonna take attendees through a little bit of a journey, from continent to continent musically with the drums. Or?
So, personally, yes.
Okay.
But we're kind of staying in the realm of Afrobeat, in
That's
the
cool.
realm of Fela.
Very
You know
cool.
what I'm saying? A few songs we're doing, some might know, some might not know.
Oh, I can't. Wait.
We're releasing a record.
Oh, really?
The single's coming out in the next few months.
And what's it gonna be called?
The Village.
The Village. Okay.
The Village. Yep. The name of the record, the name of the album's called My Village.
Mm.
And that is really talking about, musically, it's talking about everyone that was involved in this experience that's happening now. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called My Village. Everyone that's kind of involved in this album, everyone was involved in my healing.
Oh wow.
So, what do we say? It takes a village.
To raise a child, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So the album is that to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called My Village.
Wow.
And then I have 3 versions of the song called The Village. And the first single, it's everyone that's heard it so far, they're like, okay, that's Fela. Okay, that's Quincy Jones. So I have a 22-piece orchestra on the record, just everything. So it's going to be an experience.
Wow.
The album is going to be an experience.
That is very Quincy Jones.
Yeah, very Quincy.
I mean, speak. He recently passed. Speak about Quincy Jones. I mean, and his influence in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was a great arranger. It was said that he could take something and just make it and enhance it. What are your thoughts on Quincy? IQ?
I mean, the benchmark is still high. As hard as we push, we're somewhere down here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because he covered from the 50s,
Yeah.
and still he's still relevant today.
True.
His music, everything he's been a part of from then
Pop. Yep.
to now.
To soul and R&B.
Yeah, from jazz to soul R&B to film to everything. That's for all of us producers out here. That's
And on the low, you are a producer because unless you want me to tell people that.
No.
You do a lot more of production outside of not just music, but within music, you're producing for a lot of things that media-wise that we see on screens. You want to share that?
Yeah, sure. So for the past 6 seasons, I've been honored to work on The Masked Singer. A few other friends of mine, we produced the music for The Masked Singer. And probably one of the biggest films over the past 10 years or so, maybe, The Greatest Showman. I was a part of that film, playing drums.
Oh wow!
And part of the team. Yeah. So actually, for all my Boston people, I was a part of the team doing the score for the New Edition film.
Oh really?
That was on BET. Yeah.
No way!
Yep,
and actually, they're honoring New Edition August 30th in Boston.
See, there you have it. See?
Oh wow!
So yeah, I was flying back and forth to Atlanta. Me and my production partner, we was on the grind working on the film, and
you are definitely doing your thing.
So as we said earlier, I do and I don't promote because I'm always working. So
you don't have time to promote.
I don't have time.
If you took the time to promote all the things that you do, you probably wouldn't be doing anything. All right. Sitting down with Charles Haynes. Don't forget, Thursday, September 11th, 7 p.m. over at CROMA Studios.
Yep.
For people who do not know, that's going to be over at the Public Alley, 4 438, and that's actually literally on the other side. It's over by Arlington's T Stop, right next to the big church right there. Starts at 7 p.m. Afrobeat dance lessons if you're interested. Get your movement on with some movement and joy. 8 o'clock, the live connection comes in via Charles. Powerhouse lineup of artists bringing rhythm, soul, resilience to the stage. That's going to be an amazing evening.
We're going to have a good time.
All right, all right.
Good time.
So if people want to find out more about, and shout out to the Departure Arts, shout out to Agora Cultural Architects, shout out to Roundhead Brewing in Hyde Park for actually kind of like bringing and presenting all this together. Really want to make sure that I shout them out. If people want to find out more, actually, if they haven't gotten tickets yet, where should they go?
So, I mean, you can go to Departure Art at departureart.org.
Okay.
.org, and everything right there for you.
Okay, you can go to departurearts.org, chromaspace.com.
Yep.
Looks like, if people want to find your music online, how would they, or where would they go for that?
You can just type my name. No,
okay.
No,
I feel like that's Charles Haynes. Let me see. How many Charles Haynes are going to come up?
So listen, that it's funny. That's the other part. There is Charles Haynes and the Tabernacle IG page.
Okay.
And you can find me personally at Charlie Mikes.
Charlie Mikes.
CHALLYMIKES. So the reason for that is that I did have that moment I just didn't want to be found. If you find me, that means you're
really interested in finding me.
Yeah, if you find me, that means you really trying to find me. So, and all the follows I have, it is what it is. But those 2 pages right there, you're gonna find me. And also, you come out on September 11th, you would definitely find me.
Because people will be knowing.
Yeah.
Are there other venues? Is this your first time at CROMA?
Yes, this is my first time.
Okay.
Here.
Are there any? You mentioned Wally's. Are there any other spaces in Boston or Massachusetts that you love to play at or wish you can play at?
I'm honored to. I play at the Uncommon Stage.
Right across the street.
Right across the street here. So I have a duo, me and my production partner. It's called Real Lo-Fi, and it's kind of expression of the film work we've done and the production work we've done, and it's it's lo-fi music, but it's a little twist on it. It has a stronger jazz twist and all those things. So when I'm in town, we have special over the summer. We have the opportunity to play over there a few times. We did a big presentation a few years ago at Roundhead Brewery, but I've really been focused for the past year or so on the Tabernacle. And just touring with the artists, with Maxwell and Keon Harold and Samara Joy and a few other people. I've really had my focus on that. We headlined the band headlined the Charles River Jazz Festival last year. We had a wonderful, wonderful time. Everybody, and that was actually a dance party. So if anyone's seen any of the promo, that's from the festival. So go online, look it up, look it up. Charles Haynes and the Tabernacle at the Charles River Jazz Festival. You'll see kind of like what it looks like. Well, if you happen to be with Maxwell or Samara and they happen to be in Boston with you, you could always bring them over. Of course. We wouldn't mind. We got a studio if they want to do a song or two or an entire album if they feel like it. I know, right?
And if you feel like mixing it down while you're here,
I got you. I got you all day.
Look forward, man. Thank you very much for a couple minutes. September 11th, Thursday, 7 p.m. CROMA, which is over the alley 438. Actually, 38 Public Alley 38 in Boston. You can see and the Tabernacle perform. It's going to be an amazing evening of movement and joy. I'm going to try to stretch it out before I get myself over there.
Stretch out, everybody.
Because it's not like it's far. So I really thank you and welcome you. And thank you for sharing your journey and continued healing through music.
Yeah.
All right. So for Studio 889, Mo Wilks, thanks for joining us, and I'm out.